commonly prepared for dessert on Christmas and New Year's. Baking authentic panettone can take up to 2 days or more to make. A certain expertise is needed to turn these ingredients into its domed-like shape while maintaining its fluffy center. The baker pours high-protein flour to a mixing bowl. Then he adds the flour into an industrial-sized dough mixer that has hooked mixing arms. He adds fresh yeast, milk powder, and enough water to bind the ingredients together. He places the safety cage over the dough mixer. As the hook agitators blend the ingredients, gluten forms. Glutens will give the panettone structure. Sugar will feed the growth of the yeast. The agitators evenly distribute it in the dough. Meanwhile, the baker cracks eggs and separates the yolks from the whites. He weighs the yolks and adds them to the mix. This panettone recipe calls for egg yolks only. Yolks provide fat to help emulsify the dough and give it flavor. To further enrich the flavor of the panettone, he adds a generous amount of butter. The mixer folds it into the dough. He transfers the dough to a container and leaves it to rise for 11 hours. This process is called proofing the dough. The dough undergoes multiple proofings. In between each proofing period, the baker deflates the dough and returns it to the mixer. During this process, the yeast consumes sugar, so he adds more to feed the process. Next, he adds more of the other ingredients, and the mixer kneads them into the dough for 1 hour. The mixer works the dough, creating bands of elasticity so that the dough will stretch during rising. In the final mixing stage, the baker adds vanilla extract for another flavor dimension. While the dough mixer distributes it, he measures fruit by weight. The panettone recipe calls for 2 parts raisins, 1 part candied orange pieces, and 1 part candied lemon pieces. The mixer folds them into the dough. After another proofing, the baker slices the fruited dough into chunks. Some of the water in the dough will evaporate during baking, and the panettone should end up about 2 pounds. He shapes each chunk into a uniform mold and leaves the dough chunks to rise for an hour in a warm chamber. Instead of metal pans, panettone is baked in these paper molds. The molds will also be used as retail packaging. After about an hour in the warming chamber, the dough chunks have doubled in size. The baker works them into a rounder form and transfers them to paper molds. Then it's back into the warming chamber for another proofing. As the dough rises, the round shape is contained by the paper molds. After 6 hours, he takes out the molds and carves crosses into the risen dough. He adds small pieces of butter to the middle of each cross. After 24 hours of preparation, the panettones are ready to be cooked. They bake for 45 minutes at 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Once complete, he quickly spears each panettone with a metal rod near the base and hangs it upside down. The panettones cool for up to 24 hours in this upside-down suspended state. This stretches the warm breads to give them their dome shape and stops them from caving inward. Once cooled, the panettones are ready to be wrapped for retail. All that proofing has allowed the flavors to mature and the fluffy texture to develop. The yeast will act as the preservative, keeping this Italian Christmas bread fresh for up to 30 days.